Hey everybody, welcome back to Earthbound. So, alright, so we have uh Benny in our party now. Benny is a very good party member. I like his I mean as far as his character goes, the cool thing about Benny is, well, Jeff, I really should have just left their name alone. I feel like I make shit confusing. I was like, I'll just name whatever the hell I want. It'll be funny. Anyways, so, uh, anyways, if uh, if you get a broken item anywhere throughout the game, you can give it to him, and as long as his IQ is high enough, he can fix it. Like when you guys go to sleep at a hotel, it'll say throughout the night, throughout the night, Benny worked and fixed such and such. Now it's this, and a lot of the time you'll get like defense sprays, which are very reliable. I mean, it's a good thing. Um, oh, what else can you get? He can also make weapons. There are some weapons he can make. I can't remember which ones he makes. There's one toward the end of the game. It's like you have to get it made, and I don't remember which one it is. I could look it up. I mean, you don't have to get it, but I think it's one of those. It's uh oh, excuse me. It's you're a lot better off if you get it. Yeah. Okay. So looking up, sorry, there's such a long pause. I was reading stuff. Um, fix an item. The game's first last attempt had a 100% chance to next fix 11 times. Yeah. All right. So here's the guidelines as far as getting Jeff to fix stuff. To repair a broken item, put it in Jeff's inventory. Stay a night at a hotel or similar establishment. If his IQ is high enough, and if luck is on your side, he'll work through the night and fix the item. There's a system to how likely he'll repair an item, and it goes as follows. Your first attempt to fix an item in the game is a 100% chance of success. Okay? If your last attempt had a 100% chance, the next fix will have a 25% chance. If the 25% chance succeeds, your next fix will have a 100% chance of success. If a 25% chance of success fails, your next fix will also have a 25% chance of success. Okay. The ruler and the protractor have absolutely no bearing on your chances of fixing an item. Okay, so that answers that question of what the hell is the point of the freaking ruler and the protractor. So, you start out, you can get broken machine. That's you find it at Apple Kid's house. Um, it becomes a counter psi unit. Broken spray can becomes defense sprays. Broken iron becomes slime generator. The broken air gun becomes the magnum air gun. That's a good weapon. The broken laser is a laser gun. Broken pipes a shield killer. Cannon is the spectrum beam. Gadget is a double beam. Broken tube is a hungry HP sucker. Broken trumpet, defense shower. Broken bazooka, heavy bazooka. Broken harmonica becomes the baddest beam, and a broken antenna becomes the Gaia beam. I hope I pronounced that right. So that's the great thing. Like I said, that's what I love about Jeff. Like he fixes these items. It's like you just come out with better. It's better stuff for him, which is great. What pup? My dog's hanging out here with me. It's me and her this weekend. My wife went out of town, and this dog just like doesn't know what to do. It's funny. She just chills out though. Just good girl. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. um. So here's another cool thing about this is another great thing I love about Earthbound. Okay, so see right here, I have killed Benny, which is an accident. It's not like I meant to kill him. You can go to the hospital and pay X amount of dollars, and you'll get him back. It's let's see, I think like in Final Fantasy 3. I think in Final Fantasy 3, you have to revive a party member was with Phoenix Downs, which is the great differences between your RPGs and stuff. But the one thing I love about the differences between what makes Earthbound great versus what makes Final Fantasy great. Both of them are really great stories, but they both have their own certain little unique qualities that just set them apart from each other and every other RPG that you may or may have not ever played. Like I love how this one is just incredibly modernized. As far as you have a sorry, Shelby just like was looking at something and I was like, somebody in the fucking house. I was like, I better stop and go down there and beat somebody's ass. Anyway, so but like you have a phone, your character's dressed in modern clothes. You have like hard hats and baseball bats, frying pans, little pop guns. Those are your weapons. The other thing, like the one thing about Final Fantasy, you have, as far as I know, because I've never filled up my my inventory. As far as I know, you have an unlimited inventory. At least in Final Fantasy 3, I could be wrong. But I've never filled up my entire inventory space. In this game, you have a limited inventory space. It's essentially like when you look at it, because Ness is carrying a backpack, it's basically like, how much shit can you fit in a backpack? So, but you have cookies and pizza and hamburgers. Like that revives your party members, or it takes their HP back up. In Final Fantasy, you have potions and Phoenix Downs, and you have Cup of Life Noodles. That's kind of a cool thing in this game too. Which I don't think you find till like the end of the game, toward the end of the game, or the middle of the end. You can also use your psi abilities to life up your. It's actually called psi life up. Life up your party members. So, in Threed, I think we missed it. We went and talked to this lady, and she said that the reason Threed is in such a turmoil is because there's a monster named Belch that's caused all these zombies and stuff. So that's actually the next part of this game, but we have to do some stuff in 3 to kind of help the town before we leave and go find Belch, and then we also will meet the game's the game's mascot, the one thing that everybody knows from Earthbound, the Mr. Saturns, and their crazy speak and their coffee that makes you trip balls. Cool thing is, if you another thing I like about this, if you start playing like too long, your dad will call you and be like, "Hey, you might want to turn the game off." And it's like, but this game is so much fun. Why would I want to turn it off? That's another cool thing. You know, you have an ATM card, you can pull out money, and the more monsters and fights you get in and win, you get the more money you have. I remember one time I got into a bunch of fights and then a couple of boss battles and stuff, and by the time I went and checked my bank account the next time, it was like $5,000. Like, damn. Uh, so we're walking around. We have to find this tent right here. There's two tents, but this is the one that's an evil tent. We're gonna beat the shit out of this tent. Best thing to do with this tent, Ness, you can use Psy abilities. Paula needs to use Psy Fire, and then Benny just needs to use like bottle rockets. And it's actually a really easy boss fight. But so let's talk about some other Earthbound related things here, just since we're on topic. So, oh god, I gotta readjust. So, another cool thing. There's a group of fans out there that they basically they started making a game called Mother 4, and it was supposed to be like an unofficial sequel, yada yada. And the game actually looks really cool, and it's definitely got the Earthbound feel to it. It looks a lot like Earthbound games do. The cool thing, your main characters, what's his name? I think his name's Travis. Your main character Travis has he wears a yellow and green striped shirt. That's the one thing. I mean, I was glad they at least kept that kind of thing where your main protagonist, always has some type of striped shirt, which I thought was neat. But these guys put this game together, and they were going to call it Mother 4. Well, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. I mean, I understand. It's Nintendo's property, the Mother name and the game and all that kind of stuff. They stepped in and said, "Hey, you can't call the game Mother 4." So they're going to call it something different. I don't know what they're going to call it. They are on Twitter though, at Mother the number 4 in game. I was listening to the soundtrack earlier, and the soundtrack is phenomenal. It's great. It's everything, like with this game, with Earthbound. I have so many, there's so many good. The soundtrack to this game is great. And my favorite theme is on it. In the first 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of the game, when you're playing and you're just roaming on it, in the streets, when you're fighting sharks and stuff. We've been there. But yeah, the on it theme, I love that theme. I also love the when you're picking your name, I love that theme too. There's also a theme, like another song in there. I want to say it's when you first meet Paula, or you're busting Paula out, or you're going to or you've taken her back to her family's house so they can see her, so that basically she can tell them, "Hey, I've got to go on this adventure with Ness," and like, okay. So that being said, golly, I'd have to try to find it. I can't even remember. It's freaking sweet sounding though. Golly, I feel like I'm just running out of shit to talk about here. Still waiting on Nintendo to pull Mother 3 into the States, though. Nintendo needs to get off their high horse. Just do it. It's what the people want. So here's the mock pizza delivery guy. He doesn't even know who the hell he's looking for. He just knows he's looking for some guy named Daryl, and then he needs to give Apple Kid's zombie paper to us. Well, to Daryl, whoever the hell Daryl is, but it's just me. So the great thing about Apple Kid, and I bet you I said it when we first met Apple Kid back in Tucson. Um, I know I said under no circumstances should you even go talk to Orange Kid for a couple of reasons. Well, for the main reason is because Orange Kid sucks. Like, you'll give him money, he's not gonna produce anything. Apple Kid does everything. So we set that set the zombie paper down. Now we're gonna go to bed and we'll catch all the zombies. Then we'll set the tent on fire. Not really. Be sweet if we did though. We'll do that. About done. We're about done with this episode. We have to trap all the zombies first, and then we've got we have to head toward. We'll see it here in a minute. There's gonna be yeah, these two guys. We want them to leave so that way we can go down that ladder right there, because that's going to lead us into like Saturn Valley, and there's going to be some more tough fights ahead, which is, yeah, like I said, and it's with any great RPG game, you know, the fights get tougher as you've got to level up your characters. And I think by the time I finished Earthbound the first time, I think I had all my characters around like 85 to 89. I'm not sure where you could top out at. It's probably like 99. I have no idea. I've never done it. I should though. I'm not gonna do it on this playthrough, that's for sure. But yuck, caught all these zombies. Gross. I'm sorry, like, their walk cycles just goofy looking. Well, not walk cycle, just the fact that the characters are moving, and it's ridiculous. So this guy right here. The zombies are stuck to the floor. I wonder if they could still get me. I don't care about anybody else. That guy's a real team player. Zombie paper really works. I hope somebody comes up with pretty girl paper. You're fucking hilarious, guy. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Next time on bonus points. If next time we're gonna be playing, we'll probably be playing Earthbound for sure, more than likely. If not, I'll be playing Hammerwatch. It's kind of a toss-up. I'm really kind of stuck on Hammerwatch right now. That game is a lot of fun. It's very challenging. I finally got past the second stage on the other game that I started. A game I'm not using for this channel. And yeah, it was tough. So anyways, next time guys, we are going down this ladder right here. Later.